Hello folks, Tim here again with some more Raid Shadow Legends. So, happy Friday. I hope everybody's doing awesome. This video is getting made a little late. Hopefully I can get it up before Friday's over so I can stay true to my word in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Alright, so, big deal for me. What I consider to be a huge step forward in my account. Kale. Fully skilled, full masteries, six star, and he's maxed out. Other than his gear, which I still need to work on. So that was huge. I'm super happy about that. That's my first big goal in the bag, right? I hit level 40. I'm almost 41. And then I took the advice of somebody in the comments of my last video, and I maxed out my gem mine level. So as far as I'm concerned, huge step forward. So we got Kale maxed out. The results of the clan war that we were doing when I made my last video, my clan won it. I was number one in the event of everybody, my clan, the other clan, with 66,133 points. Now, I busted my ass to get that many points. I played until well in the night. We were losing at about midnight my time, and I stayed awake another 3 hours just doing stuff to get us more points. So I was happy about that. I was a little concerned with that I was the top person in the whole thing, considering the other people in my clan were higher level than I am, had better characters than I did. But that is what it is. I have since left that clan. Another member of our community, one of our subscribers and a constant commenter, has extended the invitation that I join the clan that he's in. And as soon as the clan leader makes it available to me, I'll be joining that clan. Super excited about that. They're very active, so that's going to make a huge deal to me. Currently sitting on 6 clan boss keys, which I'd like to use soon. Now, before I left the last guild, my last clan boss run, I did, I believe it was 7.43 million on normal. Yep, that should have been the one. And I felt pretty good about that. That was before I upgraded Kale and maxed him out. Also, what I did was I went through and based on somebody else's observation, which I didn't notice, was that Tyrell's accuracy was really, really low and he wasn't landing his debuffs. So I went through his gear and managed to get him to 106 accuracy. I lost some crit rate. I lost 10% crit rate. But I'll make that up when I get better gear. So I put him in perception and 2 speed sets. And he is way faster than he was. So he's 184 speed, so he definitely goes first. So again, another thing I was excited about. And I feel like I have really, really advanced my account. Now, since it's Friday, we have our boosted summon event. And I have 5 sacred shards to open. I had 6. This morning, before I went to work, while I was having my coffee, I decided to open a shard. And what I got out of that shard was Green Warden Ruark. So, he's a legendary. Now, I was like, oh man, my viewers are going to be disappointed that I pulled my legendary. So I have five. Hopefully we get another legendary out of the five. If not, hopefully we get some stuff that's going to be useful to the account. So he's a Sylvan Watcher, one of the new characters. Now I think this guy looks badass. Love the outfit. Love the mask. That shield is amazing. I like the green glowing sword. He's a defense-based champion. His A1 is Sword of the Glades, attacks one enemy, transfers all debuffs from this champion to the target, heals this champion by 5% of their max HP for each debuff transferred. Damage is based on defense. His A2 is Rust Consume You, attacks all enemies, has an 80% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. Also steals all continuous heal buffs from each enemy. This effect cannot be resisted. I like the decrease attack. I like that. So this can be booked out to go on 3 turns. This can be booked out to increase his damage by what, 20%? All right, next is Call of the Wild. Places a taunt buff, so that's the new skill, right? A 60% increased defense buff and a 25% strengthen buff on this champion for 2 turns. You can book that out and get that to a 4-turn cooldown. His passive, Knight of Vines. Whenever an ally loses 10% or more of their max HP from a single hit, places a shield buff on that ally for 2 turns equal to 10% of their max HP. So, pretty cool. I'm kind of digging it. You book it out and it's like a 0 thing. And then his aura increases ally defense in all battles by 30%. I personally think this guy's pretty good. I love his look, and I think he's definitely going to be more useful. He's going to be useful in my account. And hopefully that that wasn't all we're going to get out of the shards. And I got him in the Guardian ring just to kind of passively level him up. Yay. So the reason I'm making the video so late is my son came over, and when you put my son and I together in a room, the wide range of stuff that we talk about, Star Wars, Star Trek, this game, because he plays. He's one of my referral people. That's him right there. He's level 33. He's having fun. He loves the game. So, do we have enough to increase anything? We only have 28. Yeah, I just don't know what if I should just save it up and, just work on magic, or, if I should just spread it out. So if you have any input on that, go ahead, leave a comment. All right, why don't we open the shards now that I'm done babbling? All right, so I know y'all want to see me open my mystery shards, but we're going to have to skip that for today. All right, let's go on to sacred shards. We got 5. Shard number 1. And we got an epic. Who did we get? Another Rector Drath. That's all right. That's a book. Number 2. Come on. Oh, what do we get? Aothar. Don't know if he's any good. Let's try this again. He's an attack champion from the Sacred Order. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Has a 15% chance of stealing 1 random buff from the target. Attack or damage based on attack. Holy Flame attacks 4 times at random. Each hit places a 2.5% poison debuff for 2 turns. If he's ascended, attacks 4 times at random. Each places a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. All right. That seems pretty good. And then you can book it out, and that can turn into a 3-turn cooldown. Then we have Brand. Attacks 1 enemy, places a blocked active skills debuff for 2 turns. So it's 5, you book it out, and you can get it down to 3. And he's Sacred Order. So, all right. Next one. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's all right. Got an epic. We got Romero. What's he do? Let's see. Bring Hope. Attacks 1 enemy, places a 7.5% continuous heal buff on the ally with the lowest HP for 1 turn. Defense based. Next we have Succor, however you want to say it. Places a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. Steals 1 buff from each enemy. You can book that and get it down to 3 turns. Next we have Divine Benefaction. Places a shield buff on all allies equal to 10% of their max HP for 2 turns. Places a 60% increased defense buff on this champion for 2 turns. If we ascend it up, we get places a shield buff on. Okay, so 25% of their max HP instead of 10. And then the increased defense is the same. And then we have Stalwart Partner. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Available only when Juliana is on the same team. Okay, I don't have Juliana. So we'll have to look into this guy if he's any good. I love the the very knightly look. I love the design on the cloak. He's got his little porn stash going on there. All right. So 2 left. Let's find out. Give us something good. And who did we get? Shanaru, who was food last time. May hold on to her just to do the Shadowkin faction wars this time. All right, last one. Last one. Good vibes. Come on, RNG, show us some love. And another epic. So this time we got, how do you say that? Filja? So she's a dwarf. Let us see what she does. I like the look. Elder's Judgment. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times. Decreases the target's max HP by 10% of the damage inflicted. Cannot decrease a single enemy's max HP by more than 5%. Damage based on attack, and it goes up as you book it. Then we have Crushing Eternity. Attacks 1 enemy, has a 75% chance of fully depleting the target's turn meter. Nice. So that's a 5-turn cooldown. That looks like 100%. 75, 90, yeah. You book it out and get a 100% chance. Next up, we have Righteous Evocation. Attacks all enemies, fills this champion's turn meter by 15% and heals them by 15% of the damage inflicted if this attack is critical. Oh, so the heal goes up and goes down to a 3-turn cooldown. Alright. And then unlocks at Ascension level 3, Boon Chant. If this champion has 2 or fewer buffs at the start of their turn, places a 50% increase attack buff and a 30% increase crit damage buff on this champion for 1 turn. That seems pretty good. So I happen to have a list of epics that I'm looking at for. If I can get to the... I got a notebook. I think I mentioned that before. I don't know, she's not on my list for dwarves, but I still think this is a pretty decent character to get. Well, there you have it, folks. That's all my sacreds. Nope. Nope. So what I get out of the tournament there? So I get some rewards. There's an epic book. So some energy, an epic book. I'm currently number 1. We all know it's only Friday. By the time this is over with, I will not be number 1. But what is now? That's not a character. Oh, that's a skin for Madame Sarah's. Oh, okay. But I wouldn't mind. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I wouldn't mind getting 5,500 and getting 2 legendary books. That'd be freaking awesome. All right, folks. I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for joining me. Out of 6 shards, I got what I think is a pretty decent legendary. I'll have to look into them more and look into builds and stuff, but I definitely think that those epics are going to help a little bit. And that's been my biggest complaint, is that I can't do other stuff. Like, I can't really do faction wars because I just don't have the people. So that's what I've been using for my Knights Revenant Rector's Wrath, basically. And it's taking, my best time was a minute and 48 seconds. The first one I did took like 5 minutes. It was crazy. Demon Spawn. What are we doing here? Oh, I just wanted to look at it, but you're not going to let me. All right. So this is really the end. Everybody have a great night. I hope everybody has a phenomenal weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Take care.